team. Okay, so welcome officially. Growing your business through referrals, through partnerships, through your networks. As I say, your networks to be able to grow your business, to be able to enroll more clients. Because in essence, that's what you want. You want to be able to grow your business, you want more clients. Honestly, if we could just click our fingers and that happens, hey, we'd take that every day of the week. Unfortunately, it's not how it happens. So we need frameworks to be able to make that happen for us. So here is what I want to get through today. Generally, people will come, they've got this sad face. Not enough growth, not enough conversations with potential clients, pretty empty pipeline. Most often just going, what do I do? So by the end of this, I want you to have a way to be able to get new clients pretty consistently, how to have loads of opportunities, a full pipeline, but in the end, have a way to be able to create more money, more freedom, more impact. Because I think that's why we go into business to start with. So there's sort of four big things I'm going to concentrate here with you today around some simple models that allow you to understand marketing. Marketing's not SEO, pay-per-click, ads, networking, referral groups. They're vehicles. You need a complete marketing structure. And that's what Attract, Educate, Enroll, Deliver is all about. So I'm going to break that down for you. We're going to dive into how do we increase our referrals and how do we utilize LinkedIn as our own black book of contacts, because that will increase the number of conversations you have and the number of opportunities you get to be able to grow your business. So I'm going to hone in on those. Now I'm going to give you a bit of a blueprint. We use it with our clients. We use it ourselves in terms of what you can do to attract, what you need to be able to do to educate and nurture, and how to enroll. So they're the four things I'm going to get through with you today. It's a lot. I can go on different tangents at times. I can talk underwater. I'm going to go fast. You've got the here as a recording. Take notes, ask questions, but let's get into it. Okay. So in my world, there's sort of two paths that a person can take to be able to grow their business. There is on this path here, and how I think most people do it just simply because they don't realize there is a different way, and that is by yourself. So therefore, you try to be able to get new clients completely by yourself. You run ads, you do SEO, you drive people to your website, you put up social content. It's all driven by you. No problems with that, except it always is driven by you. So for you not to have to do this day in, day out, you need to be able to leverage ads. So therefore, you need to pay to be able to play. Not a problem. That just is the way it is. The other path, and probably in essence, what we've always been great at, I think our first business was in 2009. Fast forward, and we've 7 businesses, sold 6. Every single business has been through how do you leverage other people's networks. Now, if you're running ads on Facebook, you're leveraging Facebook's network. If you're running ads on Google, you're leveraging Google's network. If you are going to a referral group, you're leveraging that referrals group's network. So you can see the majority of the time, we already understand how to leverage other people's networks. I just want to be able to do it in a way where you're in control of it and you're creating relationships that allow you to leverage other people's networks on scale and without having to pay for it. Okay? So they're the two different paths that one can take. We're going to focus in on over here. So when we look at the problem sort of starts at the top here. I want to grow my client base. Why we're here. Okay? What do we actually want here? So let's not worry about all the things in between. If we just simply go, what is the thing that we want? Hey, we'd love to have great clients that stay with us longer and refer more often. If I said to you, hey, I'm just going to give you great clients that stay with you forever and refer more often. You get fantastic. I'll take that every single day. So how do we go from I want to grow my client base to I want great clients that stay with me and refer me more often? Well, there's a couple of different things that you could do. The first one is you start off with how do I get exposure? How do I get seen? How do I get heard? And that's generally around great. We post content. We do networking. We might put up videos. That gets us seen. That gets us heard. The only problem with that is it's not bringing in any new people. You're talking to the people who are already in your world, which is fine, but eventually you need new people in your world. So if we take a step down and we go, okay, how do I get new people in my world? Well, maybe it's about using some sort of marketing vehicle. And whether that be ads, SEO, sponsorships, go to events, referral groups, it's about being able to build an audience. Because if you don't have an audience, then you got no one to get exposure in front of. So getting exposure is good, but building an audience is better. So let's take that then a step further. Because building an audience is good, but you need more than just simply building an audience. You need a way to turn that audience into new clients. And that's where we talk about, well, we need a way to attract. Then we need a way to educate and nurture. Then we need a way to enroll. And then we can deliver and turn those people into raving fans. So it looks a bit like this in terms of how you want your marketing to look. Now, marketing and sales are two very different things, but they all come together and it should always finish with great delivery. So let's build this out for you. So attract starts with great. How am I going to build my audience? And you really have two different types of audiences. You have audiences on your social platforms, whatever ones you use, completely up to you. But you've got an audience there. But you should always be aiming to have an audience in your CRM, your customer relationship management system. Whichever one you use, fine. But you should always be able to collect someone's information, their data, into your CRM. Because now you get to control the relationship. And that's the super important part. So every single day, you need to ask yourself, how am I bringing new people into my audience? Now, you might simply go, I am going onto my Instagram and I'm going follow, in which a whole bunch of people follow me back. Great. You're bringing new people into your audience. You're on LinkedIn and you go connect, and a bunch of people connect with you. Fantastic. You're bringing people into your audience. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're the right people who actually have the pain point that you solve and are looking for a solution. It'd be more important to bring those sorts of people into your audience. So you need to be coming up with a way. I'm going to show you later are different ways to be able to do it, but you need to be coming up with a way to ensure that you bring new people into your audience every single day. So let's now take that a step further, because not everyone in your audience is created equal. We say there's 4 different types of people in your audience. The first people in your audience are what we call great people. The great people, hey, they don't have the pain point that you solve. They're not looking for a solution at the moment. But that doesn't mean that that won't be different down the track. Right? So if they potentially could use you, then it's important to keep those people in your audience. Okay, the next group of people that we have in our audience are what we call red people. Red people have the pain point, but it's not a priority for them at the moment. Okay, a great example of that might be, hey, what? I really need someone to be able to do my books for me. I'm tired of doing it myself. But I've got all these other things that are a little bit more pressing before I actually find someone to do that for me. Great example of a red person. Then you've got yellow people in your audience. I've got the pain point. It is a priority, but I might have one or two problems. I want to get rid of my books. Cash flow right now is just a problem. Or I really need to tidy that up first before I hand them over to somebody. That's a yellow person. Then you've got green people. I've got the pain point. It's a priority. I want a solution. I just need to know who's the right person to help me. See, you've got all those different people right now within your audience. But right now, our problem is this. There are only 2% of green people at any given time. But we think everyone in our audience is a green person. Why aren't they buying from us? They should all buy from us. But that's not the case. Now, the other problem becomes you've got no idea who's red, who's yellow, who's grey, or who's green. They're all just sitting there and they don't have little sticky labels on their forehead saying, I'm green, I'm red. So you don't know who you should be educating, who you should be nurturing, who you should be talking to more often, who you should be leaving alone. And that's what the educate and nurture piece of your marketing system is all about. It is about moving grey people to red people to yellow people to green people. Then from there, the enroll part of your system is about getting green people to be able to raise their hand and say, yes, I'd like to see if you can help me, please. So that is all about having great ask frameworks. And it could just be as simple as I'm just going to use Lisa, because she's just underneath me right now, and just simply go, hey, Lisa, would you like help getting more clients each month? And Lisa can go, yes, I would. Or she can go, no, I don't. That doesn't matter. There's no emotional attachment to it. But unless you ask your audience if they would like help with insert whatever it is that you do to help them, you've got no idea right now who's green and who's not. So you need to have ways to be able to generate interest. And that's what Enroll is about. If you don't do those things, you can never have people booked into your calendar to actually see if there's a fit or not. When we deliver should be all about how do we turn people into raving fans. That's what then keeps the circle going. It keeps them with you longer and it keeps you getting more referrals. Now, I'm going to break down a model shortly for you to how you can do all of these with 9 simple projects. And you can just start working on them. But marketing is not. Okay, if you're simply going, oh, I've got my marketing covered, and you're putting up social posts on social media and you think that that's marketing, or I've got my marketing covered and you're simply running ads on Facebook, Google, YouTube, wherever else you can run ads, or I've got my marketing covered because you go to networking events. You have one piece of the puzzle. Okay, you need to have 3 pieces for your marketing to work. A way to attract and bring in new people every day. A way to educate and nurture so that you can share your genius and you can show the people in your audience how you're going to make their life better. If you can't show someone how you're going to make their life better, they can't ever buy from you. And then a way to enroll, which gets the green people, possibly some yellow people, raising their hand to say, hey, I think that you might be able to help me, please. And anyone who's red and grey in your audience, that's fine. You know how quickly life can change. So you just continue nurturing and staying with them. Well, we recently just had a new client come and join us who had been in our audience for 7 years. They turned up to different things. They were in conversations, but they had a whole bunch of stuff going on in their life. It wasn't a priority for them until the day it was. And you want to be the person that continues to have that relationship with that person. So let's break this down into a simple little model. In the end, I'm just going to quickly build this out for you. In the end, what do we want? We want to enroll new clients consistently. It gives you more money, more freedom, and allows you to make more impact with more people. Pretty much why we want to go into business. So if I look at that and take it a step further, well, what tends to be the problem? Well, we've got usually very little lead flow, very little growth, and generally very few raving fans that are helping us get more referrals. So let's change that from no lead flow to how do we attract leads every single day? I'm going to give you 3 projects that allow you to do that. How do you go from no growth to making sales every single week? I'm going to give you 3 projects to be able to help you do that. How to go from very few referrals to clients that stay with you for longer and refer more often. I'm going to give you 3 projects. So you're going to end up with 9 projects here. Don't get overwhelmed by this next screen because it's going to have a lot of stuff on it. We're just going to break it down and we're going to work through all 9 projects. Okay? So the 3 projects, let's just focus in over here. The 3 projects that help you get leads every single day. The first one is what we call building your black book. We're going to go into more detail on how you can actually do that shortly. So build your black book of contacts. The easiest way to do that is with LinkedIn. It is the world's largest free database where the majority of people who are on there give you their name, their email, their contact number, and they know that it is a networking site. They are there to network. So to build your black book will get you new people into your audience every single day. Build your referral partner whiteboard. It's the second thing we're going to go in depth to today. You can either go and find potential clients all by yourself, or you can leverage into other people's networks and have them bring clients to you. Just because I know Jay really well, he's on my screen, so it just reminded me. Jay has Be Connected World. Great networking organization in Australia. The types of people that are part of his world are all types of business owners. Jay could share me into his world, which I know he does, and I could share Jay into our world, which I do. That is how you leverage very easily into other people's networks. But we're going to build out this referral partner whiteboard to hundreds of people, not just one. Events are one of the easiest ways to be able to do a couple of things. Deepen relationships, share your genius so people know how you can help them, and to be able to get the right sorts of people who have the pain point you solve into your world. If you're not running events, it is something that I would really consider changing and doing. Whether it's a simple little lunch and learn, whether it's a masterclass like this, a webinar, whether it's a joint thing, it is one of the fastest ways for you to be able to build relationships with people that you can help. I'm pretty sure that's what you're wanting to be able to do. So there's 3 easy projects. I'm going to dive deep into these 2 here. Let me just quickly touch now over on some of the other ones. Sales every week. You have to share your genius. You are great, whatever you are great at. Whether that be accounting, whether that be bookkeeping, whether that be in IT, whether that be as a coach, whether that be in HR, whether that be in virtual assistant worlds, you are great at helping people with something. How many people actually know how great you are? How many people actually know how you could make their life better? How well do you do at making sure that you show them rather than tell them? Because there's no point just telling me. I need to see it. Generating demand. You need to ask. You need to constantly, hey, we're doing this. Would you like to come? I've got 3 spots to help someone do ABC. Shout out if you'd like a hand. If you're not asking and you're expecting the people you're talking to just to come to you, you're all going to be sitting there twiddling your thumbs. You need to be able to streamline your sales. When I look at our sales, it's really simple. We have a page that simply says, this is what we do, in which someone can book into a calendar, in which we can see whether there's a fit. Like, really easy, isn't it? What does that look like for you? And it should be the same every single time, so that you are speaking to the people who are green and have already decided that you could be the person that makes their life better. And they just need to see if you are or not. If you did it like that, you would save yourself an awful lot of time, effort, and resources. 3 projects to turn clients into raving fans. If you've ever been to Disneyland, you know every time you walk into a Disneyland, it is exactly the same. The same setup, the same arches, the same hedges. Their whole job is to make it a magical experience. When a client first comes into your business, do you just bombard them with paperwork? Do you bombard them with the things that you need them to do? Or do you create an experience where within the very first week, they're like, wow, this is just even better than what I thought it was? So your onboarding and the way that you first start working with clients sets up the rest of the relationship. Like, I know that there are things that I should be doing right now for my accountant. The email's sitting there, but in my head, that's going to take forever. And it probably won't. What sort of experience is that creating? Not a great one. And I get that they need it, but how can you make things better experience for your clients? That's what a Disney experience is all about. How do you green brain your business? I'm not going to go into this a great deal, but it's really interesting. It's stuff I love studying. 2 big parts to our brain. We call it red brain. That's your logical part of your brain, your survival brain. It understands language. It mind maps everything out. It helps you survive. But unfortunately, it's this green brain that controls all human behavior, controls every decision you make. But the green brain does not understand language. All the words I'm saying right now, the green brain does not understand. The green brain only operates on feel. How are you making the people around you feel? So some of you right now go, wow, this is unbelievable. The red brain will logically say why it's unbelievable, but it's a green brain and the feeling you are having that's actually controlling that thought. Have you ever had clients that go, I knew you were just the right person for me. I knew you could help me. I just knew that this was always going to be great. Of course they didn't know. But they have created in their green brain the feeling. That's what we need to do with our clients, with our referral partners, with our networks. We need to always be focusing on how we're making them feel. The final one, lead your market. Don't just lead your clients, lead your market. Quickly type into the chat box for me. What is it you do? Just type in the chat box. Make it really easy. Accountant, HR, IT, business coach, bookkeeper. Off you go. Quickly type in the chat box for me. What do you do? Good. Mortgage broker. Good. Biblical tours, outsourcing, executive coach. Storytelling. Perfect. So when I talk about lead your market, Be the leader, as I'm just going to borrow Shane here. Shane's an accountant. Be the leader for every single business around accounting. That doesn't mean you want every single one of them as clients, but be the voice. Be the ones that they go, oh, that was really good information. I need to ask my accountant about that. Have that way of thinking. Because when you do lead your market with Share Your Genius, you are there to help. If they become a client, great. If they don't become a client, great. Doesn't matter. Because influence and credibility equals growth. And that's the way you need to think. Don't think about, oh, I'll be great just for my clients. No, be great for any person that potentially could use you. That's the way that we want to think. So let's take now, you can see a whole bunch of projects, how that fits into the attract, educate, enroll, deliver model, how that fits into why we need a growth system rather than just simply marketing. Let's do this now, and let's dive deep into building our black book and implementing a referral partner whiteboard. So LinkedIn is one of it's the world's largest free database. It is, without a doubt, in my mind, the easiest platform for you to be able to do three things. Find referral sources, find potential clients, and to be able to have a network that opens doors for you. Could be as simple as this. I'm just going to borrow Shane now. I know he's accountant. He's at the bottom of my screen there so I can see him. And Shane, just quickly, if you didn't answer me before, whereabouts are you? I'm just quickly looking there. Hunters Hill. Perfect. So Shane's not that far away from me either. Not that that matters. Shane, as an accountant, I don't know if this is true, I'm making it up, mainly works with business owners. And he has a whole bunch of business owners, from small business owners to large business owners in a whole bunch of different industries. We understand roughly what accountants do. So I go to Shane, because Shane's part of my network here on LinkedIn, and I send Shane a message to go, maybe it's worth us jumping on Zoom to see how we might be able to pass referrals to each other. Really easy. I'm going to show you how we get to that because it's not quite as simple as that. But you have a network that you could do any of these three things with. And all three of those things move you to one key area: growth. So let's look at this, building our black book. You need to see your LinkedIn network as exactly that, a black book of contacts. The only people you want on your LinkedIn network are the following: anyone that could be a referral source, anyone that could be a potential client, anyone that is a great door opener, and anyone who's part of your support network. Maybe you love seeing their stuff, you learn from them, or you can ever reach out if there's a problem. Everyone else remove from your network. I know it sounds harsh, but who cares if you have 1,000 people, 5,000 people, or 30,000 people? What you have to care about is how many of those people can you be in a conversation with and create new opportunities with. That's what really matters. So I love when I can wake up in the morning, look at my unread messages, and I have all these people that I can create opportunities with conversations. And if I look at somebody and I go, I'm actually probably never going to speak with you, They don't need to be in your network. You can remove them from your network. No one knows any different. Because having 30,000 people, it's not a game to who can get to 30,000, which is the most you can have on LinkedIn. Okay, who can use their network better? That's the game we want to play. So there's a few things that we want to be able to do here. The first thing we want to be able to do is each day we need to connect with ideal people. Now, they might be people that you have met at networking events. They might be people who've been introduced to you. They might be people who have reached out and said, can you help me? But each day you need to connect to your ideal people. That's part of the attract, isn't it? Build your audience, have new people coming in. The second thing you need to be able to do is that you need to be able to engage. So LinkedIn tells you every single day who's having a birthday, who's having a work anniversary, who's just changed job. It tells that to you. If you're not quite sure, let me just quickly do this for you. Bring up a different device. Here I am on my LinkedIn. If I come down the bottom to where it says My Network, and I come over to Catch Up, there it says, it tells me job changes today, birthdays today, work anniversaries today. And you can see how we have already sent a message to all of these people. So we've sent a message saying, hey, Bob, happy birthday. Hope you have a fantastic day ahead. Hey, Stacey, congratulations on the new role. Hope all is going well. Hey, Preston, congratulations on the work anniversary. Hope all is great at your end. If you don't engage with your network, what is the point of you having a network? What are you hoping is going to happen? So by engaging with your network, it allows you to get front of mind. And most importantly, number 3, it allows you to get into conversations. Nothing can happen without a conversation. Now, let me just borrow someone else on my screen. Gerald. Gerald's over in Perth. Sales trainer expert. Now, I know Gerald's probably here because I remember sending Gerald a message this morning like at 6:05 my time, following up from his message from me. But it's really easy to forget all the people if you're not in conversations with people. So I don't see engaging and having conversations with my network as a chore. It's what business people do. They get into conversations with people because that's how we create new opportunities. Now, in my conversation with Gerald, I'm not going, oh, yes, Gerald's a potential client. Let's try to sell him. No. There's enough of those people around, and you're sick of those messages just like I am. You go delete. I am simply, great. I get to speak with Gerald. Wonder where opportunity might be. Because this is the truth. When someone feels a deeper connection with you, generally because there is some sort of commonality with you, that creates a stronger bond. It is bond that creates trust. It's just that simple. Trust is just a word. In essence, trust is the feeling of oxytocin. Oxytocin is a love chemical. Okay, but in a business world, it is the chemical of closeness, connection, bond. That's what creates trust. So again, our red brain will justify how we've got that trust, but the green brain, that's in control of us. It just, you know what? Gerald's a really good person. That just comes from the green brain. And it comes when you can build that with people in your network. Until someone feels that, they can never help you and they can never buy from you. It is just that simple. So if you want people to buy from you, don't focus on trying to sell to them. Focus on creating that. And as soon as you create that, I guarantee you, they will say, you know what? I've been thinking about getting some help around my sales. I think you could probably really help me. And you're like, yeah, of course I can. But you know exactly why they've come to that conclusion, because you've done a great job at that. So your LinkedIn Black Book is not one just to go, how can I flog my stuff to those people? Your LinkedIn Black Book is your opportunities. So let me just quickly go. I'm just also conscious of time here. I'm going to get you done by the top of the hour. Let me quickly go through how we look at this from a chat perspective, because there's 4 really simple things. We call them our 4 circles. The first thing we need to do is appear. I'm just making this up. We'll pretend it was Gerald's birthday. So I appeared by saying, hey, Gerald, happy birthday. Hope you have a fantastic day. Gerald responds with thanks. So if he responds, we come into circle number 2. Circle number 2 is be personal. Don't talk business. So what I do there is I go, great. Now I'm in circle number 2. Oh, I see Gerald's over in Perth. So I might say to Gerald, hey, I see you're over in Perth. Which part? I was recently down at Margaret River for a conference the other month. And Gerald goes, oh, I'm actually at, making it up, I'm actually at Brusselston. Oh, I've walked along that pier. It's the largest pier in the Southern Hemisphere. And Gerald goes, yeah, I fish off it every single day. What are we creating? Connection. We're creating some commonalities. You always create that much faster when you are in the personal circle. Then from there, we can come into business. Hey, what sort of things are you working on at the moment? See, you help people with sales. Who are your ideal type of clients? And now I can get curious to find out a bit more about what he does and how he does it. And now we come into ask, because ask is where the opportunity is created. And the ask might be an invite to something that you're doing. It might be a, hey, shall we jump on Zoom and see how we can find referrals for each other? It might be, I've just finished this guide on how to get clients from LinkedIn. Not sure if you could share it out to people in your network. And now I'm leveraging a cross promotion opportunity. See, but until you get good at doing those 2 circles, which most people don't, they just go straight to the ask. And they copy and paste it to every single person in their network, and they wonder why nothing happens. So that's an awful lot that I've just quickly gone through. What I want you to take from building your black book is every single day, you just need to focus on these 3 things. Connect to your ideal people, actually engage with your network, and get into conversations. Okay? So, as an example, bring back up the phone. come back over to my network. So Beryl, I'm sure she won't mind, on our call right here, I can see her name, has asked to connect. Of course I'm going to connect. But as soon as I connect, I'm also going to send Beryl a message and say, hey, Beryl, thanks so much for being on the masterclass. Really appreciate the connection. And then Beryl's probably going to say something like, not a problem at all. Really loved it, learnt so much. I'm off to implement. Michael says with his fingers crossed. Or Beryl might say, thanks so much. It was a waste of 60 minutes of my life, and disconnect with me. Either way. Hey? So let's say Beryl says something really nice there. And then, see, real life. Here comes Beryl right now. But we're going to keep the conversation going. So what have I done? I've just appeared to my new connection. And then Beryl's going to say something really positive. I'm going to say, hey, I see you're over in Bondi. Hey. And now we're going to go into the personal. So I'm going to learn a bit more about her. I can see very clearly up the top here what she does. Okay? But I don't know anything about her. That's as simple as what it is. Okay, so I'll continue that one later. So where is people's fears? But I don't know them. How can I just talk to them? Will they respond back to me? What happens if I say they're on thin? Here's my simple rule. Every single person in my network is my best friend. And I talk to them as if they're my best friend. And if they don't want to be in my network, they can remove themselves anytime they want. So I think that's a great way to think. Okay, need to keep on moving. Referrals and building our referral partner whiteboard. Referrals are not created equal. I have this little referral meter when I can draw a straight line. There are level 0 referrals. Hey, Shane, I just passed on your card to one of our clients. They should give you a call. We know that's never going to happen. Okay, that's a level 0 referral. Level 10 referral. Hey, Shane, I've just been speaking to one of our clients. They need a new accountant. I told them everything that you do, how you help people. They're super excited to be able to start working with you. Let's jump on a 3-way Zoom. I'll introduce you to them. And pretty much, unless you stuff it up, you've got a new client. That's a level 10 referral. Most people can never grow their business through referrals because all they ever expect is a level 10 referral. They might happen 3-4 times a year. That's it. So referrals, we want to, and what we help our clients do is create level 7 referrals. A level 7 referral is where you have someone else promote you to their network. Watch how this happens. Here I am. So Michael is here. I'm going to utilize, let me utilize Shane as the accountant. Shane is here. And because we've got a great relationship and we try to help each other every single month, Shane says, hey, Michael, do you have anything that I could promote to my network for you? And Michael says, sure, I've got XYZ. Do you have anything I could promote for you? And Shane says, yeah, I've just finished this guide, or I'm just going to run this masterclass. So Michael gets to promote his masterclass to Shane's clients and network, and Shane gets to promote his guide and masterclass to Michael's network. What ends up happening? Michael gets new people into his audience. Shane gets new people into his audience. Remember how we said at the very start, there are 2 paths. The best path is always how do you leverage into other people's networks? That is the easiest way to be able to start leveraging into other people's networks. So we call that a level 7 referral. What we do is we want to build out this referral partner whiteboard. There are 3 different types of referral partners that we help our clients build out. A profitability partner, where they're every week going to have a call to be able to work out how do we find referrals for each other. Then we have a super group, and that happens with a group of people each month. The one I only want you to focus on right now is this 3rd one called cross-promotion partners. And that's exactly what I demonstrated up here with Shane and Michael, where you're happy to promote something of theirs to your network, and they're going to promote something of yours also. So what are the things that you have to make this work? You have to have a thin, and I call it a thin on purpose because I don't care what it is. It might be a checklist, it might be a guide, it might be a masterclass, it might be a lunch and learn, it might be a short little video, but it is something that adds value and showcases how good you are that can then be shared to other people's networks. Now, don't worry if you don't have one. It's easy to create. AI and your little robot are amazing. So don't think it's a huge project that just is too hard to do, because it's not. But by having a thin, you can now start doing cross promotions with people in your black book. See how the 2 go side by side. Okay. I just wanted you to start with that, with the referral side of things. So you can start to see, as we've now put some of these projects together, how attracting and bringing in leads every day, it's not that hard. Because here, it's not about a matter of just having 1 or 2 or 3 cross-promotion partners. Sits right down there is a whiteboard of mine. I have 400 cross-promotion partners. They're broken into different months. Now, yeah, we do this every single day, and we've been doing it for nearly 13 years. But to begin with, you should easily be able to find 5, 10, 20, maybe over the course of 12 months, 50 cross-promotion partners. Let's look at this. Shane has a network, I'm just making it up, of 500. Shane shares my thin, in which, I don't know, let's just go 13 people come into my audience. And then I do that by 10 other people. Well, I've just got 130 new potential clients into my audience just by having 10, 11 people share something. When was the last time you had 130 potential clients come into your audience in 30 days? Probably never. Okay? So from a framework, it's really easy to be able to do. What stuffs people up? Themselves getting their own way and making it a priority. We all have the same amount of time, so I would never cop from a client, I don't have the time. You have the time, it's just not a priority. And that's fine too. So let's change it to make it a priority. Because you can't say on one hand, I'd really love to grow my business, but then not do the things that make it grow. Pretty simple. Okay, I want to bring this together for you. I said I'll show you a blueprint. This is the system that we use with our partnership club clients in Leverage Connections. We have 3 ways that we're going to be able to attract and build our audience. We're going to work our black book every single day. We're going to build referral partner whiteboards. And we're going to leverage events. Now, we have software that plugs into a person's LinkedIn profile that does 80% of the heavy lifting for them. All those birthday messages, work anniversary messages, connections, I don't do that. Robot Michael does that. I just look after my conversations. We have software that plugs into our events that sends out invites every single day. A lot of you are here because you got an invite to come and join us. That happens without Michael. That's how you've got to eventually be able to attract. You've got to be able to do it without you. So you can have a holiday, you can do other things, you can work with your clients. That's the attract part. Then we need to be able to nurture, educate. There is a bunch of things you can do. You need to have content going up on your socials a couple of times a week. You need to have what we call value emails going out each week where you are serving and adding value to your audience. You should be running some sort of masterclass webinar where you can share your genius. You should be in your conversations, deepening relationships and getting front of mind. There are all the different things that should be happening. We've got structures, frameworks, AI platforms to be able to do that for you if you would like. That leads then to people raising their hand using the ask scripts and frameworks so that you're constantly getting people raising their hands and you have a warm list of people who actually want to see whether you can help them or not. And then it's about making sure that we green brain everything in our business so that we're turning people into raving fans and we increase our referrals. Leads every day, sales every week, referrals ongoing month after month. That's what this can give you. Okay? So, just because I'm really pushing it right now for time, I just want to do this. Quickly throw in the chat box for me. Light bulb moment for you, takeaway for you. Throw that into the chat box for me. And I'm going to put this into the chat box. Also, if you would like to see whether this system is going to work for you, I have put a calendar link right there in the chat box. I'll put it with the HTTPS because then you can just click on it. All you need to do is just find a time in my calendar and we can explore your business and see whether this is a system that will actually work for your business. Not all the time do we say, yes, it will work for your business. There might be a better way for you. And if there is, I'll tell you exactly what that way is. But if enrolling new clients every single month consistently, what you are looking to be able to do right now, then yeah, I know that we solve that problem. So let me go. Be more active on LinkedIn. Yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty popular one. Never knew about the catch-up section, so fantastic. You're going to start using that one. Yeah, be more proactive. 100% love that. Yeah, light bulb moment. Follow Michael on LinkedIn. Just be prepared to talk back to me because I'm always going to talk to you. Appear personal, then business, then ask. Yeah, love it, Sean. Spot on. Cross-promotion partners, great. Every business we've had, I've always just gone, who else has our ideal clients and how can I team up and partner with them? I think it's just such a great way of thinking. Okay? Catch-ups and referrals, Shane, great. Clean out my connections, yeah, 100%. Don't stop doing everything else. Just do it while you're doing everything else. The 4 steps for engagement and conversation, yeah. And honestly, it's like 20 minutes a day, maybe 3-4 times a week. That's it. That's all I'm on LinkedIn for. Sure, Robot Michael does 3-4 hours for me, but in conversations, which is where the A activity is for you, it's 20 minutes a day. Because you can be on there for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Just spend 20 minutes a day. Right? And that's absolutely all you need. So block out time. So again, I hope that's been super helpful for you. If you want to see whether we can help, Partnership Club is the right place for you. There's the link to my calendar. Just find a time that best suits you. We'll look at your business. As I said, if there's a fit, we'll explore it. If there's not a fit, I'll tell you exactly what the best things are for you to be able to do. And at least then you'll have a clear plan on what to be able to do going forward. Okay, team, really appreciate you jumping on. Hopefully it's been super helpful and an hour well spent. Yeah, make sure you do connect on LinkedIn. Keep talking to me and stay tuned. You'll get our emails where every week we're just trying to help and serve and give you different ideas and thoughts on what you need to be able to do. Thank you all. Really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, evening, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll catch you real soon. If you've got any questions, throw them into the chat box too. I'm around here for the next few minutes, so happy to answer any questions.